order in. Nope, they
What else do
can't
we
exceed the daily budget. You're fired as well.
Um,
And you're fired.
shower and yard should
There
be
we go.
pretty much satisfied. I don't quite want to kit out the dormitories.
Yeah.
I'd rather get the operational needs of the prison met with the kitchen and the canteen,
I mean,
then kit out the dormitories with the remaining cash we have.
I think we'll have plenty of cash left.
Yeah, but I want to be sure. I know the ovens and fridges get extremely expensive.
True, but we won't need many of those.
What we do need to do is...
There. On there. I'm going to go for a water pump. There. And I can't add in any capacitors yet until they've actually placed those power stations.
Do that.
They're not happy with your lower building. It doesn't have an entrance.
No, that's fine. I'm
You're
okay
working
with
on
that. Are you going to run the water down and drop me to?
I was planning to once I've got the water pump in place.
Okay.
Same with the electricity.
Now that it's here, I can look at where to put the doors. Large jail door.
Actually, now that I've got the warden, I can start doing some research. What do we want to research first? I feel like finance is probably a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing we need to research.
True.
We need to research that and hire an accountant.
Actually, yeah, that is the mission to do. But it's either that or maintenance.
It's our ongoing task.
Maintenance is fairly useful.
Come on, people, come and put this door in so that the yard is complete.
Right.
So what's wrong with the holding cell? Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I removed the door. Okay,
yeah,
I can.
There's no door.
I can deal with that.
Kind of needs a door. Right, that.
The removing of the door was deliberate.
There we go. So that's all connected up. Put an electrical cable in there.
They're really taking their time over doing anything. Let's just speed them up a little bit.
Yeah. Let's dismantle that utility. There we go. Right, so I've got some pipes on the way. So your toilet should have some water, and so should your shower.
From the mains as well.
Yeah.
Just feeding them from a large pipe.
Yeah. Let's stick.
Oh. You see, there's a reason that Prison Architects never officially declared that it is multiplayer compatible, and that graphical error was probably one of them.
What happened?
The power cables that you were placing were showing up on my screen, but couldn't quite decide where you were placing them on that row.
Yeah, no, that's happened with you building stuff as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, it's a bit weird.
Like, it's not a major issue, but it's definitely not ideal either.
Yeah. It doesn't like your yard.
No, that's because it's not enclosed yet, because the building's not done.
Okay, I'm slightly concerned it's also not happy because of the shower in the corner. But I guess we'll find out once they've actually finished building the wall.
I think it should be okay, because I have done that before, but then they have changed some of the requirements.
Yeah. Right. Holding cell's not happy.
Well, in this case, I'll just fence off the shower.
Right, you should be getting power now.
Oh, there's a little drawing, there's a notebook page on the floor.
A single.
Eventually, we'll collect all the notebook pages. There's hundreds of them, but it will happen.
There's just one power cable they haven't put in that's stopping all the power to your block.
So I've put in a little corridor into the holding cell now, so that the front door of the holding cell isn't just the exit from the entire prison and not even a secure jail door.
Yeah.
That's fine when it's the reception room, but when it's the holding cell, no, there needs to be another door there.
But they're just normal doors.
Yeah, okay, it is complaining, right. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I mean, if you just put in a fence around the shower.
And then fence. There we go. That should do it.
Sure, that works.
Okay then. I'm not. Long term, this building is definitely not big enough, but we'll see.
Accountant.
Objects.
So fire another
bench.
worker or two. And mission completed. Get another workman back. There we go. So we have an accountant. And with that, the first grant is completed. So, options for grants. We can build a medical ward, get some doctors and a psychologist. We can reform through education, which takes a very long time.
Yeah.
The staff well-being,
That's not a quick one.
which probably wouldn't be too bad.
No, we should probably look at doing that regardless of anything else.
And then there's the short-term investment and the long-term investment, which I think we should wait on, because we're fine for money for now.
Have you already run out of power?
It's probably because it's overloaded and I haven't put any capacitors in yet, because I forgot about doing that. There we go. Capacitors are on their way.
Doors.
Right.
Staff doors.
Let's get
And
that.
jail doors. Rooms.
And he can research that.
Continue the canteen like so. Kitchen is there. It's not a large kitchen, but it'll do.
That. I'm just going to start stacking up some things to research. Because I don't want him just sat around doing nothing.
Sinks at the top and bottom. It's 1 fridge to 2 cookers, if I remember correctly.
Is it? I've never bothered looking up the ratios of any of that.
I'm possibly going to not quite be satisfying those ratios because it's really not going to fit ideally in this building.
Yeah. I've added an exports area so that we can start getting rid of any excess bits and pieces, like the wood we have from chopped down trees.
I see no issues with the layout of fridges. No one argue.
It works, kind of.
Technically, they can walk through them, so you could actually pack them in really tight if you want to.
Yeah. We could just fill the whole room with fridges, and they'll just crawl over them. You've still got some planning on top of your holding cell. Is that supposed to be there?
There shouldn't be any planning.
I'm going to click clear plans. Clear all drawn plans, yes. Okay. I think that was from just before we started.
Yeah. Okay. The kitchen is underway. It just needs the stuff installed. We are running very low on money now.
Well, I think we're just about ready to start getting some people in.
Yeah. I mean, that holding cell really cannot hold many people, but...
No, but if they're all...
There's not actually a limit on how many people you can chuck in a holding cell.
True.
Like, the game will not stop you putting 300 people in there.
Yeah. But you need to have beds for all of those people. Otherwise you can't actually...
Not in a holding cell, you don't.
Do you not? But
no, they only need a bed each if they're actually in normal cells. In a holding cell, you just have however many you want in there.
Oh,
they won't get sleep, but...
I guess it's because I always put it to fill capacity.
Yeah.
So...
No, fill capacity ignores holding cells.
Yeah.
The holding cell doesn't count as capacity, but if you're just taking in a certain number of prisoners a day, it will put as many as it needs to in there.
Yeah. Right, should we get the dormitories required?
I'm going to do one of them because we're not...
because we're not going to
We're
take.
not going to have enough money for
Yeah, because once we've got that,
full purposes.
then we can actually start getting some people in.
Right, what was I thinking of doing?
Right, I'm just going to play around with our intake settings while you build that.
While I consider how I'm building.
Yeah, so I'm going to change it to fill capacity and only minsec.
Okay.
Intake arrival, what time do we want it? 8 o'clock? It's probably about right.
Yeah.
And do we want to change the...
I wasn't aware you could change the time that they arrived.
Yeah. Oh, just above remove intake
It's been a while
restrictions.
since I've played.
Yeah, because I got the game a few months ago. I just played it for about a week straight. And haven't touched it since. But... right.
Okay, let's put a bookshelf.
Another
and
shower.
a little-
Then...
There.
Swap that around. Set some block up.
I think I turned heating on, so we might need to consider radiators.
Oh.
I'll put some radiators in the dorms.
What else do I put in?
We have a
There we go.
TV, a sofa. What else do you reckon they want in a dormitory?
Some weights to lift. That'll keep them entertained. Or some...
Except pretty much anything.
some
A lot of
books.
things.
Oh, you've already done some books.
Might take out the TV to put in a large TV.
Ooh.
I know, they're living the dream, aren't they?
Yeah.
A water cooler.
Right. I forgot that I'd selected another grant. So I'm going to start
There we go.
building.
It's an expensive dormitory, but they shouldn't be complaining, really, should they?
No. Right, let's stick that in there.
Okay,
Actually,
lights.
that could
Back
just
to
be
the light situation.
a small pipe.
They can
There we go.
Like so. There we go. There should be no issues with that dormitory. So bear in mind there are 16 beds in there.
Yeah. They
Dormitory
should be
has
fine.
capacity for 16. Should we give them a game of table football as well?
It's been very nice to them. Usually when I do dormitory, it's just filled with double beds, bunk beds, and then there's one shower for them all to share.
It's because room quality was added. I actually try and
Oh yeah.
get the room quality above 0 because it does make them less likely to riot. My prisons typically had terrible issues with rioting.
Yeah.
So
Right. I've run some electricity to the...
I'll bring water in,
Yeah.
just like that.
There we go. So if I'm going to speed that up slightly.
Hopefully we don't. Oh, you filled it with capacitors. Okay, we're not going to overlook that then.
Yeah, and I've got space to add more power stations because
Yeah.
when I make prisons, they tend to get quite big, and then you just overload it even with full capacitors.
Oh, my bad. I can't put doors on the toilets because that breaks the room up.
Oh.
So yeah. They get toilet cubicles, but they're not allowed doors on the said toilet cubicles.
I mean, they can cope with that. I mean, at least it's around a corner. And it is a cubicle rather than just out in the open.
I mean, you do have to walk past it to get to the shower, but
Yeah.
the shower is rather compact, all things considered.
Yes, it is. Right, so really we're just missing 2 guards and 2 cooks.
Yeah.
Which I feel like once we've actually got electricity to the kitchen, it might be worth doing that.
Yeah, I'm going to
Probably
fire a couple more workers. Take us down to 10.
Okay.